भगवान विष्णु मंगलो मधुसूदन मंगलं पुंडरीकाक्षो मंगलं गरुड़ध्वज माधवो माधवो विष्णु माधवो माधवो हरे स्मरन्ते साधव नित्यो सर्वकार्येषु माधव ओम भूर्भुवः तत्सवितो वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियनं प्रचोदयात् ओम भूर्भुवः सः चन्दनस्य महापुण्यं पवित्रं पापनाशनम् आपदाहरतो नित्यं लक्ष्मी वसते सर्वदा सिन्दूरिवं प्रधानस्य घनादिघनासेवितं काष्ठाभ्यं रविकर्णं सिन्दूरं समर्पयामि वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा बभूर्वश विघ्नराज गणेशाय पीतये मम जजमाने सर्वविघ्न खंडन निमन्ते गणपति निधिपति देवता पीतये इदं कुसुमाञ्जलि समर्पयामि समर्पय ओम भूर्वश नमो गणेश विघ्नेश गिरिजानंदन प्रभु मम विघ्न विनाशाय गणाधिपतये नमो नमः सर्वेषा सुस्ते भवतु सर्वेषा पुण्य भवतु पत्नान वजात हरे कुमार दात सचकनमौलिलंके स्वबाद सर्वमंगलस्तु दीर्घायुरस्तु चिरायुरस्तु अहि शुभदेमस्तु सर्वमंगलस्तु सर्वारिष्ट शांतिरस्तु।
Hello, hello, okay. Good evening to all of you. Honorable Union Minister for Ports, Shipping, Waterways and Oil, Sri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, and all the officers and stakeholders comprising of our exporters and importers, PPP operators, stevedores, handling agents, shipping agents, and all my team of Paradeep, and very good evening to all of you. Today, Honorable Minister for Port, Shipping and Waterways and Oil, Sri Sarbananda Sonowal ji with us. We are very fortunate for his presence, and which is really electrifying, energizing all of us. Sir, Paradeep Port is the second major port in the country, and on the east coast, it is the highest cargo handling port, and mostly handling coal, iron ore and steel. Sir, last year we did 116.3 million tons, despite significant challenges of COVID breakdown and also drop in exports to China due to various international market conditions. Despite that, we recorded highest ever cargo handling figure last year. The credit goes to the entire team of the people sitting before us, sir. Sir, with your vision, blessings and support and guidance, so we want to march our path, further progress our path, and this year we have set a target, very high target. And sir, Paradip Port has taken a number of measures for to ease the business with Paradip Port, sir, whether it is e-platform or smart port initiatives or digital initiatives. But the major problem for Paradip Port continues to be the connectivity issue, sir, whether it is road connectivity or rail connectivity. Sir, under the Maritime Vision 2030, inaugurated by our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, a number of projects have been sanctioned for Paradip and which have been put on the Gati Shakti platform, with which we will be able to complete these projects in next 4 to 5 years on a time-bound manner, sir. Sir, with your blessings and guidance, we will march forward and make this port as the #1 port in the country next 2 to 3 years, sir. Sir, I will, without taking much time, sir, and I will want to just first, sir, now some of our stakeholders want to felicitate you, sir, with a presentation of bouquet, and I request them to come one by one and felicitate you, sir. One by one we can come. Come. Introduce करके then you go this side you go. Now I request the stakeholders, they can present their points, issues, or whatever the best work they have done, or any assistance required or support required from a government of India, from any ministry. So now you can express one by one. I request the stakeholders, the mics are available, and whoever wants to have, they can raise the hand and take the mic, and they can express their views.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. I am Suresh Raji, ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel, Executive Director. We have with us Mr. Manoranjan Kumar, looking after ports.
Good evening, sir. It's an honor to stand before you. With grace of God, you are our port minister and shipping minister. And sir, it's not, I would like to take 2 minutes of yours if it meets your time requirements, sir. You are Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, not only for the public sector undertaking, sir, but even for the private sector. And private sector has to play a huge role here. And that's where I was looking for you, taking your time in person to see what can be done, sir. We introduced in 1991 reforms, which meant that coastal area becomes an industrial hub, sir, because you can source raw material internationally, add value and export it. Now the coastal area must develop and must develop fast, sir. Now, I do not see any ministry in the central government which has the responsibility to really develop coastal area. Throughout the world, if you see, any coastal area will have multiple big cities. You see in India, after 1991, which are the new cities which have come, sir? We should have at least 8 to 10 cities which can populate 2 crore to 3 crore people. Now that's the mandate which is falling vacant, sir. It's between stools. Nobody is able to handle, sir. You have seen how Dubai has come after 1987, where it is today. As compared to that, in our system, we are not able to throw any city which can compete with Dubai. Global warming is a phenomenon everyone is talking about. Land reclamation is a very important subject, and land reclamation will allow new cities to come. Now, if you see the agenda, again in the central government, there's no ministry which is working on, sir. So what I'm pleading, sir, exactly, I'll give you the example of my working in Ministry of Power. That I realized that the Ministry of Power is working for Power Grid Corporation, NTPC, REC, PFC, you name them, they were assured 14% return, but your distribution company in Assam was not given any assured return. Distribution company was making loss. Similarly here, sir, we'll have to create an ambient environment where the private sector port is coming to you for every relief, sir. It's not only the PSU, we have to move beyond the PSUs. I'll give you another example, sir. Look at the public-private partnership. The user industry is not getting any benefit. In terms of eligible project, somebody in Ministry of Finance said, sewage line is important, it's eligible. Drinking water line is important, it is eligible. Real estate builder is eligible, technical term. But a port user like ArcelorMittal, which is handling 1/10 of your cargo, is not eligible because you do not see the value in a steel mill. You do not see the value in aluminum mill. You do not see the value in petroleum products. So the bigger industrial ventures should also be allowed and technically allowed to be an eligible product, sir. This is a major challenge in PSU, whether it's Vizag, whether this place. The people who are using ports, they are not somehow becoming eligible because मापदंड जो है वो वित्त मंत्रालय से तय किया है, सर, और आपके अधिकारियों ने उसको चेंज नहीं किया. That's all I wanted to say, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. I'm Ranjan Sinha from Tata Steel. Sir, first of all, I really want to appreciate everything that has been done with regards to inland waterways and development of ports over last several months under your leadership. And we have been very happy to participate in it. The two things relating to Paradip that I wanted to bring to your attention. One is to really become world class, we require the larger vessels to come in here. And one of the important thing for that is the draft availability. And we know that a lot of efforts is being made to increase the draft from the current level. And it has also increased in the past. But if we can quickly go to bringing the large Cape size and Newcastle Max at say 17.5 meter draft, that will be a good outcome that the industry will look for. The second point that I want to make is that we are not utilizing the full potential of Paradip in terms of container trade. So what is happening, not many container vessels are calling in here in Paradip because there is not enough traffic for them. So it's a chicken and egg situation. While industry has a lot of demand for containers, we keep on using the nearby ports for containers rather than in Paradip because not many container liners are calling in here because they think there is a dearth of material, which is not the case. And so maybe the industry and ports and everyone needs to combine to make it also a large container hub, which will benefit the entire industry. Thank you.
Namaskar and good evening, sir. I am KJ Patel, Senior Executive Director from IFCO's Paradip Unit. Sir, from the bottom of my heart, first of all, I welcome you, sir. We will definitely have an opportunity to see you tomorrow morning at our site for inauguration of our IFCO Riverine Jetty, sir. I wish to share with you, sir, that we are the largest, Asia's largest fertilizer manufacturing unit. We are the world's largest acid manufacturing unit as far as phosphoric acid is concerned. And we have our own jetty at Paradip Port Trust. We are operating it for approximately 4.5 million tons of materials every year. Our fertilizer unit is basically dependent on imported raw materials. Sir, we are extremely happy with the present management of our systems with our port authorities. But unfortunately, our unit, IFCO unit, does not have railway siding or any connectivity for the logistics operations. And for that reason, the reverse jetty, what we are now putting up for the purpose of transporting our fertilizer as well as gypsum materials, we are looking forward the opportunities to get our raw materials like coal and other items from various corners of the state, like MCL or other locations. And also at the same time, we wish that at least if we have better opportunity of sending or transporting our materials like gypsum especially, which huge quantum of material is available with us, and if that can be supplied to various cement industries, they are looking forward to have these materials very badly. So with this river jetty, we are very much hopeful that we will be able to meet their demand to some extent. But if this can be further extended, right now we have got a permission to operate for 90,000 tons per month. But gradually with the successful commissioning and operation of this jetty, we would like to have additional approvals from your department, sir, from ports and waterways especially, that we can make it further bigger and we can handle more materials. Our at Port Berth, we are having the contract which was valid until 2015, and we have put up to the ministry for a request to get it extended because, sir, we are the port-based industry. So for that, we are working with our port authorities as well as ministry. We seek your support into that at least that agreement can be further extended, sir. That's one. Thank you very much.
Good evening, sir. Hello. Good evening, sir. Myself, M. Bose from Steel Authority of India Limited, Calcutta. Sir, we are one of the oldest trade partner of Paradip Port Trust, nothing to mention. Since we have Rourkela steel plant in this state, so that is the steel plant which came up in the first 5-year plan, and it is being serviced by this port relentlessly. But some of the issues which has been discussed here right now, Paradip Port, we are very keen to expand our volume also because of all eastern sector plants are dependent on this port. One is that capesize vessel berth which Tata Steel, our contemporary industry partner, has said that is we are looking for. The mechanized facility which was not present in Tata Paradip Port, which has already come up and it has become reality, is going to start operation full scale, and we will certainly expand our quantity. But one issue, just although it is not the right forum maybe, but chairman, deputy chairman is here, we are constantly in touch with them. We get the best cooperation from them. But railway connectivity, as chairman said, sir, that is an issue. We need a matching evacuation capacity with the port capacity what is existing today. We are ready to bring more and more cargo because this is one of the most ideal port in terms of draft, economics, work culture, cooperation, ease of doing business, everything is available, but the evacuation facility has to be, matching so that we can really increase the quantity. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Manish. I represent JSW Infrastructure, and we have signed concession agreement for our 2 terminals. One is our coal terminal, which we have just started, which is a 30 million terminal, and our 10 million terminal for iron ore. So first of all, thank you for giving this opportunity. And I have only 3 points to make, sir. One is that though we have got a 40 million capacity for unloading and then loading to the vessel, one is the rail connectivity has to be at par with the cargo which we handle. This is one. Second is that we are in for a lot of cargo going in Cape vessels, which are bigger size vessels. So we would request that the dredging has to happen faster so that the customer can start utilizing the Cape vessels. And so lastly, sir, we have signed this concession agreement in 2013-14, But we would like to be at the same par at the new model concession agreement, which has now been formulated and approved. So if we go for the new concession agreement, like if we are able to follow the same concession agreement, the new one, then we would be more competitive, and the port will have more business in the port, and thereby it will help in the sector. Thank you very much.
Namaskar, sir. My name is B.K. Joshi. I represent the Kalinga International Coal Terminal. We are a concessionaire of this port, where we have already built one berth and the attendant facilities. This is totally mechanical. So far, we have handled about 2 lakh tons of imported coal and on trial basis, and we hope to start the regular operation by the first week of May. We don't have any issue as such which the local administration is able to handle. When the shipping secretary had visited recently this port, sir, we had a discussion on the draft issue, how to further deepen from the channel toward the berth faces. And I add my weight to the views expressed by Mr. Sinha and Mr. Bose from SAIL also. We have in fact committed our participation so far as our berth face is concerned. We would like to also invest, if required, for further deepening of this channel and the berth face. Thank you.
Sir, good evening, sir. I am from the Karamchand Thapar. And first of all, thanks a lot for such a great opportunity to meet with all stakeholder and honorable ministry and chairman, sir, deputy chairman, sir. Sir, first of all, we represent the power plant, sir. We are moving the thermal coal from Paradip port to all over the coastal belt like Krishnapatnam, Ennore, Tuticorin. And we are holding almost in thermal coal 80% share in Paradip port, in terms of handling of movement from Paradip to all other coastal movement. So, sir, our humble request is that from our all principal like Tamil Nadu power development, Karnataka power development and Andhra Pradesh power development, sir, in spite of having the great opportunity at Paradip port, we are getting excellent service, excellent cooperation from Paradip port, and we are doing great, sir. But we are not utilizing, or we are not able to utilize the full materialization of rake from the railway point of view. In spite of have our rake movement in our hands, still we are unable to move from MCL Talcher, sir, as well as Eastern Coalfield, ECL. So in view of that, if it can be intervened in this part, so it will be very helpful for all of us in terms of increasing the volume towards from Paradip, as well as for the national development of all power plant in terms of electricity, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Respected Honorable Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Shri SARBANANDA SONOWAL ji, Chairman Paradip Port Authority, P.L. Hannath ji, Deputy Chairman Paradip Port Authority, Ashish Kumar Bose ji, all the valuable stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, once again good evening to all. Today is a very auspicious day. We can get our Honorable Minister to interaction with the stakeholder, giving their difficulty and how to improvement of the Paradip port, and it will be number one near future. Thank you, sir. We have to get the opportunity to speak few words from behalf of the Stevedore Association. Sir, presently out of 21 berths, 4 berths is conventional berth for handling of dry bulk and bulk cargo at Paradip Port. And last financial year, almost about 25 million metric ton cargo handled at the conventional berth. A recent past, the Government of India, Ministry of Finance have a proposal to 3 conventional berths going for the mechanization. So we welcome for the mechanization 3 or 4 is no problem. But our honorable request to our honorable ministry to construction a new mechanical berth instead of they are not disturbing the existing conventional berth. But the conventional berth, if you see the output of the birthday output, overall the revenue collecting by the port from the port charges, royalty from the stevedores, royalty from the HMC operators is much, much higher than what port is presently collecting revenue sharing or royalty from the BOT operators. So our humble request that ministry as well as the port should reconsider and install the new mechanical berth without disturbing the existing conventional berth at the Paradip Port. So presently, all the small scale industry, traders, MSME are completely dependent for handling of the cargo through the conventional berth instead of the mechanical system helping for receiving the cargo at their end point. So considering all the issue, I request once again to our honorable minister, please reconsider and make the 3 or 4, 5 mechanical berth instead of disturbing the existing conventional at the Paradip Port. We hope this will be better giving the productivity in future. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. I'm Captain Sudeep Banerjee, representing a multi-purpose berth which we are operating in Paradip Port, Paradip International Cargo Terminal, Jembakshi Group of Company. Sir, we are primarily handling steel and our capacity is 5.4 million tons. The issue which I would like to bring to your notice is the steel shippers, what they are facing is the movement of their cargo from their plant to the port is the frequent congestion at the Angul-Talche section. We need to look into this aspect, sir, because of this congestion, they are unable to move their cargo and frequently rake restrictions are being imposed on PICP and Paradip Port, because of which there are so many diversions happening. Either it is going to the roadways or to the neighboring ports. So this is a point which I bring to your notice, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much and for the views, opinions, issues expressed by our esteemed stakeholders. Just before inviting our Honorable Minister for Ports, for Shipping and Waterways, I would like to apprise you that Paradip Port at present is a 14.5 meter draft port. And 2 of the berths in the northern dock, we are planning to declare to 16 meter draft by this month end, because we could have done it much earlier, but because of little problems in breakdown of the cutter dredger, it has been delayed. But our plan is to make it to a 17-meter draft port by December of this year, so that we will be able to bring Cape vessel here. So that is our plan. Honorable Minister has already given directions today to me, and has given a plan of action also for that. So with Sir's blessings, and we will move forward and will make it a Cape handling port during this financial year itself. So now I request Sir, Honorable Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Oish, Sri Sarbananda Sonowal Sir, to address the gathering. Thank you.
Namaskar. Respected Chairman, Paradip Port Authority, PL Haranath ji, respected Vice Chairman Ashish Kumar Boji, and respected stakeholders representing different companies and different houses. सबसे पहले मैं आप सबको विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। आप लोगों की मेहनत के वजह से आज पारादीप पोर्ट ने अपना पहचान देश के अंदर नहीं दुनिया में बनाने में सफलता प्राप्त की है। और आज पारादीप पोर्ट के अंदर वो आत्मविश्वास जाग उठी है। वो आत्मविश्वास जगाने का काम आप लोगों ने की है, ऑल द स्टेक होल्डर्स, कि उन्होंने लक्ष्य तय किए हैं अगले दिनों में वो 400 मिलियन टन का कार्गो हैंडलिंग करने का वो अपनी काबिलियत बढ़ाएंगे। तो इससे साफ जाहिर है ये पोर्ट पीछे देखेगा नहीं। ये पोर्ट अगले दिनों में देश के अंदर नहीं दुनिया के अंदर एक सबसे सक्षम आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी से बने सबसे सक्षम पोर्ट के हिसाब से खड़ा होंगे। आपको नहीं लगता है क्या? क्योंकि इतना तक आपको ही मेहनत करना होगा। ये पोर्ट आपके लिए है। ये पोर्ट अगर खड़ा किया गया है आपके लिए है, यूजर्स के लिए है, एक्सपोर्टर के लिए है, इंपोर्टर के लिए है, और हमारी पारादीप में बसी हुई जनता के लिए है, उड़ीसा की जनता के लिए है, देश के जनता के लिए है। क्योंकि देश के अर्थव्यवस्था को मजबूत बनाने के सिलसिले में देश के अंदर बसे हुए अलग पोर्ट की तरह ये पोर्ट ने भी एक उल्लेखनीय भूमिका निभाते आए हैं और अगले दिनों में और भी मजबूत भूमिका निभाएंगे। क्योंकि हमारा पास वो लक्ष्य है जिस लक्ष्य को हमारे देश के आदर्शवादी नेता प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने तय की है। आत्मनिर्भर भारत, आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनाने का लक्ष्य है, विजन है, self-reliant India will have to make. अपने स्वाभिमान को इज्जत से सुरक्षित करने के लिए आत्मनिर्भर बनना ही होगा। तो इसलिए इतना बड़ा लक्ष्य को कैसे हम हासिल करें, इसके लिए हमें सबको मिलकर मेहनत करना होगा। और आज मैंने पोर्ट का दौरा किया। इस पोर्ट को मैंने देखा और हमारे जो काबिल अध्यक्ष जो है, चेयरमैन है, उन्होंने बताया पोर्ट में क्या क्या बदलाव लाया गया है। क्योंकि ये 21वीं शताब्दी है। दिस इज इन द एज ऑफ साइंस, एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी, इनोवेशन, इंक्यूबेशन, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, स्टार्टअप। तो इस जमाने में हम सबको ये बात ध्यान में रखना ही होगा। आज का जो चुनौती है, ये चुनौती से बड़ा कल का चुनौती होंगे। यानी कि आज का जो टेक्नोलॉजी है, ये टेक्नोलॉजी अगले साल में शायद आउटडेटेड हो सकते हैं, नई टेक्नोलॉजी आएंगे। ऐसा ही दिनों दिन हमारी चुनौती बढ़ते जाएंगे और इसके लिए हमें अपने आप को तैयार करना होगा, प्रस्तुत करना होगा। क्योंकि हम कॉम्पिटिटिव एज में है। दुनिया के सर्वश्रेष्ठ जो भी पोर्ट है, इससे हमें डिफीट करना होगा, उससे आगे बढ़ना होगा। We will have to prove we are the best among the best of the best. So to that extent, we will have to work hard with conviction, commitment, determination, discipline, and dedication under the dynamic leadership of our Hon'ble Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. आज देश के अंदर आप देखिए कोस्टल जोन की विकास के लिए सागरमाला जैसा प्रोग्राम लाया गया है और इंडिया मैरीटाइम विजन 2030 लाया गया है। किसके लिए? मकसद एक ही है, हमारे कोस्टल शिपिंग और इनलैंड वाटरवेज को हम कैसे जोड़े और सागर और नदी में बसे हुए शक्ति को कैसे हम उजागर करें, पहचाने और सही टेक्नोलॉजी के द्वारा इस संभावना को हम कैसे साकार करें और विकास की गति को कैसे बढ़ाएं और हमारी नई पीढ़ियों के लिए कैसे रोजगार की नई नई व्यवस्था खड़ा करें। यह संभावना बसे हुए है पानी में, सागर है या नदी हो। अब देखा है परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की मजबूत उनकी इरादा की वजह से, उनकी इनिशिएटिव की वजह से आज देश के अंदर 111 नेशनल वाटरवेज बन चुकी है और हमारे 7,500 किलोमीटर के लंबे कोस्टल जो जोन है, इसके विकास के लिए राज्य सरकार, केंद्रीय सरकार और प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स सब मिलकर कैसे सागरमाला को हम साकार करें। कोस्टल 7,500 किलोमीटर का जो डेवलपमेंट, पोर्ट लेड इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन, कोस्टल कम्युनिटी डेवलपमेंट, फिशिंग हार्बर हो, जेटी हो, बार्ड हो, मैकेनाइज बार्ड हो, जितना आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी से, चाहे हमारे जो लाइट हाउसेस है पुरानी व्यवस्था थे, उसी लाइट हाउस में एड टू नेविगेशन बिल के जरिए कैसे नई टेक्नोलॉजी इनकॉर्पोरेशन किया गया है ताकि सेफ शिपिंग हो, सेफ्टी शिपिंग हो। यानी कि हमारे सागर में हो, नदी में हो, जो गतिविधियां है हमारे कार्गो वेसल को हो, पैसेंजर वेसल को हो, वो सुरक्षित रहे। इतना तक आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी से अपने व्यवस्था को खड़ा करने में लगे हुए हैं। तो इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि आप लोगों को एक बहुत बड़ा भूमिका निभानी होंगे। आप लोग कोई मामूली स्टेक होल्डर नहीं है, आप लोग सब काबिल है, मेहनती है, ईमानदार है। तो हम अगर सब जुड़ जाए, जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने हमें कहा, टीम इंडिया की स्पिरिट से हमें काम करना होगा। टीम इंडिया और हमारे कैप्टन परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी है। केंद्रीय सरकार, राज्य सरकार और हमारे पीपीपी प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स, सबका साथ, सबकी विकास, सबके विश्वास और सबके प्रयास, यानी कि देश की हर नागरिक को अपनी कंधों पे जो देश के लिए दायित्व है, समाज के लिए दायित्व है, ये निष्ठापूर्वक निभाना होगा। अगर सब मेहनत से ना जोड़े तो देश आत्मनिर्भर नहीं बन सकते, और अगर देश आत्मनिर्भर बन गए तो हमारे स्वाभिमान, भारतीय संस्कृति के स्वाभिमान, सभ्यता का स्वाभिमान, समाज की स्वाभिमान सही सुरक्षित रहेंगे। ये हमारा पहचान दुनिया में उसी स्थान पर रहे। इसलिए परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपने खुद जब से दायित्व संभाला है प्रधानमंत्री का, 2014 से आप देखिए, सुबह शाम निष्ठापूर्वक भक्ति भावनाओं से भारत माताओं की समर्पित भावनाओं से सेवा करते आए हैं, और उनकी दिए हुए शक्ति और मार्गदर्शन से आज हर भारतीय जाग उठा है। देश में रहे या विदेश में रहे, अपना पहचान बनाने में अपने मेहनत और अपने नियत, नीति, सारे चीजों को मजबूत बनाने में लगे हुए हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि ये सब संभव है। और पारादीप, आज मैंने जो देखा है, इनका जो नजरिया है, इनका जो पोटेंशियलिटी है, पॉसिबिलिटीज है, प्रॉस्पेरिटीज है, तो ये तो दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा पोर्ट बनेगा, निश्चित है। इसलिए मैं धन्यवाद भी देना चाहता हूं। पिछली बार आप लोगों ने जो आंकड़ा दिया है, पारादीप हैज हैंडल मोर देन 116.13 मिलियन टन कार्गो, कितना बड़ा सफलता। तो इसलिए मैं ज्यादा बोलने के लिए नहीं आया हूं, आपका सुनना आया था। मतलब आई वांटेड टू हियर फ्रॉम यू, एंड यू हैव स्पोकन ओनली few numbers. I was expecting more people will speak, participate. Let become the people's democracy, participating democracy. पहले आपका सुने, क्योंकि आप ही पोर्ट चला रहे हैं। हमारे जो चेयरमैन, वाइस चेयरमैन है, जो है अधिकारी, ये तो संख्या में कम है, लेकिन आप अधिक है, और आपका यहां ज्यादा भागीदारी है। ये पोर्ट का जितना सही इस्तेमाल होगा, इतना ही आपका भी, देश का भी, प्रदेश का भी, जनता का भी इतना ही भलाई होगा। क्योंकि पोर्ट का व्यवस्था इसलिए इसमें स्थापित किया गया है ताकि हम जनरेशन इसी दिशा पर हमारे देश को हम आगे बढ़ाने का काम करें। पीएम गति शक्ति नेशनल मास्टर प्लान, इसे आप लोगों का, सब लोगों का अगले दिनों में क्या होने वाला है, आप उसको अनुमान कर सकते हैं। क्योंकि आज जब हम एक साथ मिलकर, जितना भी लाइन मिनिस्ट्रीज है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर मिनिस्ट्री है, अगर एक साथ हम जुड़ जाए तो एक ही समय पे बहुत काम हम कर सकते हैं। और बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, बेटर वर्किंग रिलेशनशिप एंड इफिशिएंसी बिल्डिंग, एंड ऑल्सो क्वालिटी प्रोडक्शन, क्वालिटी एफर्ट। तो इसलिए परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने आज 100 लाख करोड़ का ये पीएम गति शक्ति नेशनल मास्टर प्लान मल्टी मॉडल कनेक्टिविटी के सिलसिले में आज एक नई दिशा देशवासियों को दिया है, ताकि हमारे विकास का गति बढ़े, बढ़ते जाए। क्योंकि ये बुलेट ट्रेन का जमाना है, अपनी स्पीड, विकास की, डेवलपमेंट का स्पीड को बढ़ाना होगा। इसलिए पीएम गति शक्ति, विकास का गति है, इसमें और शक्ति डालने का काम करना होगा सबको, ताकि हम दुनिया के सर्वश्रेष्ठ राष्ट्र के हिसाब से अपना पहचान बना पाए। और मैं उड़ीसा की जनता को विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। उड़ीसा की जनताओं ने आज इस पोर्ट को खड़ा करने में बहुत सहयोग किया है। मैं उड़ीसा के हर नागरिक को, भाइयों बहनों को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम देता हूं। प्रदेश सरकार और हमारे यहाँ सभी जुड़े हुए व्यक्तियों ने जैसे इस पोर्ट को अपनाया, ओनरशिप लिया। स्टेक होल्डर का सबसे बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है ओनरशिप लेना, टू टेक द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ ओनरशिप। ये मेरा पोर्ट है, सबको ऐसे ही मानना है। ये मेरा पोर्ट है, इस पोर्ट का विकास की जिम्मेदारी मेरा है, इसकी जिम्मेदारी हम निष्ठा से निभाएंगे। इसके लिए जितना मेहनत करना पड़े ईमानदारी से हम मेहनत करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। अगर सब मन ऐसे तय करे, सब संभव है। और मुझे बताया गया है यहां सब कुछ मिल चुका है, रेलवे कनेक्टिविटी, रोड कनेक्टिविटी, वाटरवेज और डिजिटल कनेक्टिविटी। और एक कनेक्टिविटी लोग ज़्यादा ही दिल से विशेष रूप से एक्सपेक्टेड है, वो है एयर कनेक्टिविटी ना। एयरपोर्ट के बारे में बोल रहे थे, ये भी होने जा रहा है, निश्चित रूप से होगा। हम सब इसके लिए कोशिश करेंगे, क्योंकि पारादीप में चारों तरफ जितने इंडस्ट्री खड़ा हुए हैं, अब मुझे लगता है एयरपोर्ट एक बहुत रिलेवेंट है कि नहीं? आपको लगता है कि नहीं? तो इस बातों पर निश्चित रूप से हमारे मंत्रालय का ये डायरेक्टली हमारा मैंडेट नहीं है, तो भी हम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर मंत्रालय होने के नाते हम निश्चित रूप से कहेंगे इस विषय पर भी हमें कदम उठाना चाहिए। तो मुझे लगता है कि इन व्यवस्थाओं को हम अगर सही रूप पे, सही समय पे खड़ा करें तो हमारी अपेक्षा के मुताबिक हम अपनी गतिविधियों को बढ़ा सकते हैं। इसी बातों से मैं आज सबको फिर से विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद देते हुए मैं समाप्त करना चाहता हूं। और अगले दिन जब मिलेंगे, नेक्स्ट टाइम, I will be happy to listen you more and more. बोलना होगा, दिल में बात को छुपा के मत रखिएगा, जो भी है खुल के बोलिएगा। हमको क्या करना चाहिए, आपका सलाह, आपका सुझाव हमारे लिए बहुत मान्यता रखते हैं। तो इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि हर स्टेक होल्डर इस विषय पर बोले और सुझाव दे, ताकि हमारे काम हम इस सही दिशा पर ले जाने के लिए हम सफल रहे। इसी शब्दों का फिर से आप सबको धन्यवाद देते हुए मैं अपने भाषण को विराम देता हूं। जय हिंद।
First, I would request all the union representatives to come forward, and if they want to make some representation, they can submit their representation to Minister, Honorable Minister.
हाँ, इधर उधर से आ जाइए।
all of you for making this stakeholder meet a great success, and we will really thankful for all the suggestions, whatever we have received. It will lead us to make a proper blueprint for the development of the port. Thank you once again. Thank you all.